Hi, it's Chad Lubben of Guaranteed Rate. I'm going to learn so much about you personally and financially through the mortgage lending process. I think it's only fair I tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Mason City, Iowa, and lived there my entire youth. I graduated from Mason City High School. During my youth, I became fascinated with Chicago. I started following baseball in 1984. Of course, there was Ryan Sandberg, Jody Davis, Leon Durham, all the great Cubs players, and I was instantly hooked. I ran home every day from school to catch Steve Stone and Harry Carey, and this started an obsession for the Chicago Cubs for me. Following the next year, I'm just getting into sports in 1984, came the 1985 Chicago Bears. And who didn't love Jim McMahon, Walter Payton, The Fridge, Mike Singletary, and the great 1985 Bears. It grew my love for Chicago even more, Chicago sports and the city of Chicago. And then of course at the end of 85, 86 was Michael Jordan. So I just became an instant fan of all things Chicago. During my first trip to Chicago and seeing the city, I knew it's the place I had to be. And I told everyone that throughout growing up that I was going to play for the Chicago Cubs. Unfortunately, that dream died out, and I moved here in 2002. I've lived in many neighborhoods throughout the city, but have only been in the city. And really enjoy and love the city. And that's what I love about being in mortgage lending. I can provide the dream of home ownership in this world-class city and my now home to anyone that decides to work with me. I take that responsibility extremely serious. I think owning real estate within the city is one of the best things you can do financially. My wife Kristen and I have lived in Lakeview. Prior to that, we lived in Roscoe Village. Before that, Ukrainian Village. I've lived in many neighborhoods in the city of Chicago and have lived here since 2002. It is my forever home. I've been in the mortgage lending business coming up on 15 years. Prior to that, I was a financial advisor, and I look to incorporate that advisor status into mortgage lending. We really look to dig in to your personal and financial goals and shape your mortgage around all of those goals. And that's what I feel our industry does a very poor job of. Just because you qualify to buy a home or to live in a home doesn't mean it's the best thing for you financially. And we believe in taking that extra time and details into your mortgage planning. Thank you so much for the time of learning more about me. I really hope to be your mortgage lender for life.